Hey there and welcome back. I am Michelle Kuzmic. If this is the first time you're tuning in, I am Michelle Kuzmic Photography. I am celebrating my 22nd year in business, and what an amazing journey that it's been. My goal going into 2020 is to help those people who want to start their own photography journey. Whether it's part-time or full-time, or you want to make an extra $500 a month or an extra $5,000, if you just want to up your skills, I'm going to help you with that too. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do that, I wanted to tell you that last week I got so many messages about my video and people thinking that they might want to get into photography. People telling me that they are in photography, but they don't really know how to operate outside of auto. And for 2022, it was my goal to also start teaching in-person workshops again. Haven't done that since 2019, a basic and an intermediate. And since we're still on the COVID ride, I decided not to do that as far as in a group setting. But I am going to start teaching one-on-one again. And starting next week, you should be able, that'll have all the information that you need. So no matter where you are on your journey, I am going to help you get to the next step, whether that's an absolute newbie or you've been doing it for a while and now you're thinking about going pro. But for this week, I wanted to touch base, and we're kind of piggybacking on last week. So if you haven't listened to last week's video, scroll back and make sure you do that. Last week, I talked about the very first thing that you need to do when you start your business is to decide how much money you want to make and what you were going to sell to offer to make that much money. But I really didn't get into the nitty gritty. I just talked about basics, like, do you want to shoot senior portraits? Do you want to shoot real estate? Do you want to shoot weddings? Whatever. And how much you wanted to charge. But this week, I'm going to take it just a little step further. And now that you know, and we'll take senior portraits, for instance, that you want to shoot senior portraits. Now we want to figure out what you want to give your senior portrait clients. And there's two things that you can give them. You can offer them digitals only, or you can offer them prints. Actually, there's three things you can give them. So you can offer digitals, you can offer prints, or you can offer a combination of both. I personally, for my senior portraits in any portrait session, offer both. And I'm going to take you through just real quickly the perks of both. And then in the links at the bottom, I'm going to give you who I use to deliver those products to make it real nice and easy for you. So the first thing we'll talk about digital, it's shoot and burn. You book somebody, you go out, you take their pictures, you come home, you edit, email them over, and you're done. Okay. That's a real easy business model, and if you don't have a lot of time, it's a good one. The problem with the downside to digital only for portrait sessions is you are just going to do a flat amount, okay? So there's not any chance really for an upsell, and what you charge is all you're going to make. The other thing is you can't charge as much for digitals. Now, there might be other photographers that out there that might argue with me about that, but in my experience, you can't charge as much. That means you're going to be doing more work and making less money. If you decide that you want to do prints, there is a little bit more time involved, but you have the potential to upsell and make more money. Prints are seen as more valuable than digital images, even though everybody always wants their digitals. So I'm going to take you through exactly what happens when I book a senior portrait, family, newborn, whatever. Any type of portrait session, they book with me, they pay me a session fee. Depending on how many outfits they're going to wear is for the most part, and how many locations they want to go to. Then about a week after their session, they come in, they look at all of their images, they decide on their favorites, and those are the ones that get printed. My collections include all of them, include a certain amount of prints and a certain amount of digital images. Most people want all their digital images, so that's the collection that I price what I want to make, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I explained that well, but there'll be more information in another video. So how does all that happen? Because it kind of seems to me, you might be thinking if you're just getting started, it's probably easier just to email everything over. And yes and no, it is. You want to, if you're charging, you want to have a professional presence on the web. And I'm not necessarily talking about websites. I'm talking about a digital download system. And there's two companies that I use for that. One is called CloudSpot and the other is called ShootProof. Both of them offer free versions. To be honest with you, because I only give access to the downloads for 30 to 45 days, 60 at the most, I'm always on the small plans because I don't need that much storage. All right, but you can go in, you upload the images, you send your client a real professional link, they get them downloaded, and everything's good. If you decide that you want to do prints, I use White House Custom Color. And again, I'm going to put links to all this in the video. And I've probably used them for 20 of the 22 years that I've been in business. Over that time frame, I think I might have had 3 or 4 orders that were wrong. I have never had an issue with color. So for the people that are printing at places like CVS and Walmart, and what you see on your computer isn't exactly how your prints look, White House Custom Color is for you. The other thing that I like about White House is, as of right now, if you order $15 worth of prints, then your shipping's free. Once it gets printed, it comes to you within 48 hours, which is a very quick turnaround time. And if you are watching this and I've ever shot portraits for you, you know that's one of the things I like to do, is do a really quick turnaround time. So just to kind of recap, you can offer digital, you can offer print, you can offer a collection of both. If you want to do digital only, I highly recommend you looking into CloudSpot or ShootProof. I use CloudSpot for real estate because it's a easier download flow. I use ShootProof for portraits. The perk to ShootProof for portrait sessions is all of my clients get apps, and they have where you can send your apps to your clients, and you can send as many apps and as many, they can download as many times as they want, and it doesn't affect how much you pay a month. So you could have 500 apps or 10 apps, and it doesn't matter. So that's what I like about ShootProof. ShootProof also gives you the ability to write contracts. So all of my wedding contracts, model contracts, anything like that is in ShootProof. They're typed up, they fill it out, they sign it, and they return it. So you have to figure out which one of those you like better, but both are great companies. Both have free versions, and they have a great support team as well. So I highly recommend looking into one of those. Prints, the only company I have to suggest is White House Custom Color. Again, never been disappointed with anything. Their prints are reasonably priced and you get great service. Customer service is through the roof, beyond amazing. And I think that's it for today. So to recap, you want to decide what you want to shoot, what you want to sell, or what you want to shoot, and how much you want to make, and what products you're going to offer to make that much money. So that's easy to get started. I will see you next week, and next week we're going to talk about credit card payments and the new workshops that I have coming up. Have a great day.